Hi everyone, it is October 24. Well, it's clear that shutting off the power in California does not prevent wildfires because PG&E had shut off the power, and guess what? There's a wildfire. Geyersville. Kincade Fire. Okay, yeah, interesting that they shut off the power and then a fire occurs, which means they had more difficulty warning people. And based on the articles that I've been reading, well, there's not a lot of people who had warning. This happened at 3. Well, the fire started, I'm not sure at what time, but this announcement was at 3 a.m.
Okay, so you guys can see behind me the fire is moving a lot quicker than we're being effective. We're not stopping it. So if you live anywhere east of Highway 128 between Geyersville and Pine Flat Road, you need to evacuate. It's an evacuation order. Anybody off 128 includes River Road, Vineyard Club, Ridge Oaks, Monkey Rock, Coyote Ridge, River Rock Casino. All those areas need to evacuate. Weather conditions like this, we're not, as firefighters, we're not being very effective stopping this fire. You need to evacuate. Pay attention to SoCo alerts, Nixle. I'm not sure of evacuation centers, but I have heard that Cloverdale Citrus Fair is one spot to go to. Okay, so you got...
So, yeah, another fire in California. It is, I'll link below to everything. You can watch all of the videos, and 1,700 people under evacuation warning. These warnings are, well, let me go up. This is one page of a recap of everything that was taking place, 2:13, 4:42 a.m. By 4:42 a.m., the fire had spread 10,000 acres. It started at, I don't know, it was like 300 acres very quickly, 10,000 acres. Wow, those winds must have really been whipping along. This is the Cal Fire Battalion Chief Marshal Turbeville said the fire was out of control. We're chasing embers, spot fires, trying to defend structures. We don't have any control. That was at 7 a.m. Still remains out of control, advancing toward Geyersville in North Sonoma County. We lost everything up there. We got out of there with our clothes on our backs and our animals. We had no warning for that fire. That was a family who had, yeah, the woman had woken up from at like 2:30. Her asthma had woken her up, and then they had power, so she saw the alert and they ran. Another friggin' fire with people just running to save their lives. Houses have been destroyed, don't know how many. And here, these are quotes from people who came into a shelter. People have come in, they probably have lost homes, they're pretty agitated. So a lot of people certainly distraught. Those who lost homes or experienced evacuations 2 years ago are reliving the experience. For many, the worst of their lives. There is re-traumatization, big time. For those who've lost, it's tremendous. I mean, this is the Santa Rosa area. And high temperatures now, 9:25 a.m. Thursdays, high temperatures now will soar into the upper 90s. That is, well, you guys in California, you tell me if I'm wrong. Wow, hot for this time of year. Schools are closed. And it's, here we go. Watching it again. So, turning the power off clearly didn't prevent this wildfire. God. So, no injuries have been reported, no deaths. Houses have gone up and burned. Don't know how many. That's an interesting picture. Yeah, well. I so wish people would begin to do some research to find out what really is going on. But I want you to listen to this. This girl who saw the fire, she said she saw a red flash.
I'm enjoying Nakano here at the Kincade Fire. As you can see behind me, the orange growth just seems to be growing behind the ridge there. It has grown pretty fast in the short time that we have been here. Now, I have 3 people with me, Victor, Maria, and Luis. You guys were up there when this fire happened. Maria, tell me what you saw with the flash.
I was driving with my friends, and we were just driving, and there was this red flash, and we braked, and we all kind of looked at each other. We're like, "What is that?" And then, living in Sonoma County, the first thing we think it really is the fires. And basically, we just drove towards where we thought the fires were coming from, and after driving, we realized that it was in the geyser area. We followed the road up to the geyser area, and as we were driving up there, you could see the ash covering your car. And it's okay. What's it called? We were.
It's really hard to see. Now, Victor, Victor, when I was talking to you earlier, we kind of talk about this fire in Sonoma County and how it just seems to happen every year now. Just your thoughts on this thing.
It's hard to have a actual process thought on this whole thing, because it seems like it's something that is somewhat preventable. Not to point fingers or anything like that at all, but it seems like something we're always prepared for. It's something that is becoming almost routine here in Sonoma County during the season and stuff. But it's terrifying to know that even as much as we're prepared, as much as we think about it, we try to prepare, it kind of just happens out of nowhere. And today, I remember they were talking about, we got all the notifications on our phone, even cutting out the power completely.
And it still happens, yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
And it still happens. So, what is going on here?
Which have really been terrorizing much of the state of California. Overnight.
overnight mandatory evacuations as a wildfire rages across wine country. The Kincade Fire, fueled by powerful winds burning at least 7,000 acres in under 3 hours with 0% contained.
I think it's going to be favorable. Okay, I'm glad it looks favorable for your position. Looks like the gate's hell for me.
Listen to the wind howling, the fire glowing in the mountains. The flames spreading rapidly, engulfing this roadway, suffocating smoke everywhere. One woman even taking matters into her own hands, trying to protect her property with a hose. Firefighters at nature's mercy, watching the fire move and grow. Hours before the fire, as high winds hit the region, utility company PG&E began rolling blackouts affecting hundreds of thousands of customers. The National Weather Service warning residents on Wednesday these winds could rival those from the Saddle Ridge fire earlier this month. In Southern California, the Palisades fire burned 45 acres this week. Infrared video showing it continuing to burn at night, hotspots glowing in the darkness. This video shot from the road appears to show the fire just as it was beginning. Officials now investigating the cause.
As this fire continues, people keep coming down the hill. Residents have been given mandatory evacuation orders, so they are driving down the hill. The fire is really everywhere. It has jumped the road. There's fire coming up and down, again, depending on which way the wind blows. Right now, at this moment, it's died down a little bit, the wind has, but that could change in seconds. It will pick up, the directions change. We will keep this monitored for you because this is, again, 0% contained. The latest reports, 10,000 acres and counting burned.
And it's still 0% contained. If anybody has updated information, could you please link to it below? And I hope that all of you who live in this area are safe and your homes will be safe. All links are below.